Boom bang! What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy JOSA. Today we are here to talk about Studio One version 3. The thing is, I've been using Studio One for about 5 years now, but everybody who knows me knows that I'm a Pro Tools guy. I've been using Pro Tools for about 15 years. I never had a problem with Pro Tools. The ease of use and all of that. I mainly use Pro Tools for mixing, mastering, post-production, sound design, you name it. It is my go-to software. It is what I expect it to be. It does what I want it to do. I don't second guess nothing when I'm in Pro Tools. I go in there and I do what I do and I get professional results. Unlike Studio One, I use Studio One mainly for my instrumentals and beat productions and narrations and stuff like that. Simple stuff. But lately, I fell in love with Studio One version 3. You're wondering why I'm talking about Pro Tools and all of that, and we are here to talk about Studio One. So, this is what I'm gonna say. Studio One version 3 is one of the best DAW ever. Pro Tools is my first, Studio One is my second. Now, I have a project. I was working on this project, this beat here in Reason, and I really didn't like the direction that the beat was going. You know, don't get me wrong, Reason is absolutely amazing when it comes to beat productions and all of that. Reason 8 right now, you could record your vocals and all of that inside of Reason. The channel strip, SSL channels, and all of that. But Studio One makes it so easy to create, to produce, to be creative. You understand? Now let's take a look at this. I have Contact instantiated on a track. Let's go to Pro Tools first. In Pro Tools, if I wanted to use an instance of Contact, I could. But if I wanted multiple instruments, then I would have to instantiate multiple instances of Contact. Now that's a lot of load on my CPU, and this is not really what any producer wants. You know, you want to go in and do your work quick as possible. Okay. Now, what I did here was I instantiated one instance of Contact in Studio One. Now, every soft synth or virtual instrument within Contact can be routed to an individual track within Studio One. Now, this is Contact. This is my Maybach bass. Now, I'm gonna put an instance of my Maybach drums and route my percussions to channel 2. And let's go to quick launch for a second. Yeah, my Maybach drums. So this is actually a no-brainer, you know. It's like super quick. Yeah. This is how it was actually meant to be for people like me, you know, from the beginning of time. So yeah. So my bass and my drums are triggered by virtual instruments within Contact. But if you observe, I have only one instance of Contact open. That's my bass right there. Now the volume is consistent with every virtual instrument track that you have within Studio One. Now this is what you can't do in Pro Tools. You just can't do that. Now, just one instance of Contact and up to about 64 virtual instruments in Contact. Because right now I'm at 1 to 16. You could go 17 to 32, 33 to 48, and 49 to 64. This is the main reason why I love Studio One. I absolutely love it. There are other things that I love about it. We'll talk about that soon, but let's take a look at this. Select everything, G on your keyboard. Now I'm gonna group this. I'm gonna try to get this bass here to sound how it's supposed to sound. Use your arrow keys and go down. We're just going down octaves until we get the proper sound. But that's it. We have Maybach bass playing back from Contact, and my bass is playing beautifully. Now here's another wonderful thing about Studio One. Let's take a look on the side here. Now, in Auto-Tune, you would see harmonics and major, minor, all of that. These are musical scales that you could use. In Studio One, I use the Dorian scale for this particular song. It's R&B, and we make nice sounding R&B beats using the Dorian scale. Amazing that you could get that out of Studio One to help you produce good sounding music quick. Let's take a little look at this here. I'm gonna highlight my percussions, and I'm gonna change the octaves that they're on right now because I wasn't really hearing them properly. Let's go arrow up. Let's look for the percussion section. Let's see what we have here. How does that sound? It's, let's go again. It sounds kinda okay. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Yeah, so basically, this is how I use Studio One on a regular basis, on a daily basis. I don't fuck with Reason like that, unless if I would have to use probably some instruments from Reason and rewire it into Studio One. Studio One for me is the best for my music and beat production and all of that. I do scratch vocals, but I do everything else in Pro Tools, everything. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I got this MIDI file from Reason, as I said earlier on. I wanted a different feel to the music, and I imported it into Studio One and instantiated software instruments. For example, as you can see, I have Machine 2 here instantiated. So I outputted my kick, snare, hi-hat, everything to an individual track in Studio One, and it works just like Contact. Isn't that amazing? Just one instance of Machine, one instance of Contact. I got a whole beat. Let's take a listen. This sounds absolutely amazing. it has a particular warmth to it. So that's it, guys. That's how I work in Studio One. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to JOSA Network Production, our YouTube channel. You could also find us on Facebook. You could check out JOSA Black Kings. So thanks again for watching, man.